This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
You are watching the New Hampshire Association of Broadcasters' two-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. Today we're in Windsor, Vermont, as the Yellow Jackets host the Hurricanes of Hartford. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by A.H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists, for the most complete line of energy products, and enjoy a level of superior customer and on-site service. Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in the community. La Valley and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion in 10 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. My TV, airing every weeknight from 8 to 10 on WYCI. Watch Law & Order Criminal Intent, Chicago PD, Dateline, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing healthcare and hospice services in homes and community settings, and enabling people to stay there as long as possible. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. And by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948, committed to crafting the finest quality jewelry for our customers.
Good evening and welcome to Windsor, Vermont for a cross-divisional matchup between the Hartford Hurricanes and the Windsor Yellow Jackets. Hello everyone, I'm Jeremy Stout. I'll be joined shortly by my broadcast partner Andrew Zerhide, and tonight the Hartford Hurricanes travel south trying to pick up their first win of the season. Started out 0-6 on the year, while the Windsor Yellow Jackets, the defending champs, look to get on track. They sit at 2-6. And Andrew, first for the Hurricanes, like I said, a tough start to the season. They recently dropped down to Division III. They've made the playoffs the last 3 years, have struggled in the playoffs. They're looking to get on track tonight. Who should we watch for tonight?
Yeah, so we're going to be keeping an eye on a couple of sophomores, Daniel Bushway and Shay Bean. Both of these guys are guards. I expect them to pass the ball a ton and shoot the three ball. Windsor is going to have to defend the perimeter if they want to win this one.
All right, and for the Yellow Jackets, obviously defending state champs. They lost a number of players, a kind of a young team, but they still do have a couple seniors who will lead them tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be keeping an eye on a couple of upperclassmen, Rylan Richardson and Robert Slocum. Both of these guys have a ton of experience. They've been with this team to the playoffs the last number of years. They are also both guards. I expect them to also shoot the ball well. Both of these teams are going to have to defend the jump shots because I expect a ton of three balls in this one.
All right, it's the Hurricanes and the Yellow Jackets. That's next, the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
Now let's send it down to the public address announcer for tonight's starting lineup.
First for the Hartford Hurricanes, coached by Steve Landon, assisted by Scott Brooks, Bill Valu, Justin DeVoy, Zach Temple, and Tim McDonald. Starting at center, sophomore, number 00, Cole Jasmine. Starting at guard, sophomore, number 4, Daniel Bushway. Starting at guard, sophomore, number 14, Alex Bushway. Starting at guard, sophomore, number 21, Shay Bean. Starting at forward, sophomore, number 34, Nick Clay. And now for your Windsor Yellow Jackets, coached by Harry Ledoux, assisted by Don Swinier, Brody Ledoux, Larry Dower, and Scott Hull. Starting at guard is senior, number 10, Daniel Cardillo. Starting at guard is senior, number 11, Robert Slocum. Starting at guard is senior, number 15, Rylan Richardson. Starting at forward is senior, number 22, Dakota Sanderson. And starting at forward is senior, number 23, Hunter Grilla.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, and we are ready for tip-off here in Windsor, Vermont, where the Hurricanes and the Yellow Jackets are ready to go. Big night here in Windsor. They will be raising the championship banner at halftime. As we mentioned in the pregame, the defending champion Yellow Jackets, some of the players home on break, so it's a good time. It's a good rivalry matchup as we see the Hurricanes with the opening tip, the misfire from Bushway. And then on the other end, the three-pointer connected. That's Robert Slocum, number 11.
A shot by Slocum there, opening the scoring. Slocum is one of those players who's on that championship team last year, has a ton of experience.
And the nice drive going coast to coast, number 21, Shea Bean. And the Hurricanes are on the board. Long three ball, defensive rebound. Cole Jasmine and Andrew, as you said in the opening, a lot of threes already. They're firing them as they fire another one a little long there. And that one was Bushway. Going the other way with the layup. That's Slocum again. He's got a quick 5 points. Even a minute into this one.
Both teams trying to play really fast here.
And number 14, Alex Bushway, gets in on the scoring. And right, we haven't even played 90 seconds yet and got 9 points. Fast pace. Moving the ball around the perimeter and the connection. Ryland Richardson for three.
A shot by Ryland, quarterback of this Windsor team this past season. Another guy who's on last year's championship team, been a varsity player for a number of years. Ton of experience on this Yellow Jacket team.
Fans haven't even settled into their seats yet. Just a minute and a half into this one. 8-4, already some great basketball being played. Hartford with the dribble drive, kick back out, the deep three, a little long, and then with the rebound, Richardson looks to break. He'll take on the defense 1-on-3 and draw the foul.
This game is being brought to you in part by the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing independence for patients and peace of mind for families.
So the Yellow Jackets getting the inbound and catching the defense, napping number 22 with a backdoor cut, Dakota Sanderson. Yellow Jackets lead 10-4. That foul was on number 14, Alex Bushway, his first, and the team's first. Stolen away at the top of the key. Looking to break 3-on-2. The Yellow Jackets will elect to pull it back out and then quickly reversing course, driving baseline. No good, number 23, Hunter Grela. Stolen away by Grela, and he does get the steal, and then the foul goes on the Hurricanes. That'll be number 21, Shea Bean, his first, team's second.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the HR Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the player that had the greatest impact on tonight's contest.
Yellow Jackets with the 10-4 lead. They've led this whole game, fired off from the three-point line, no good. That one was Daniel Cardillo. And stolen away. Yes, it was. Nice job there by Richardson. And then the man who picked up the pass, number 11, Robert Slocum, his third field goal. That'll give him 7, and the Yellow Jackets the 12-4 lead. 5:12 to play here in quarter number 1. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by M.J. Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
Welcome back, YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, Windsor and Hartford. Fast-paced game. It's all Yellow Jackets so far, 12-4, Andrew. And as you said, a lot of three-pointers being taken. Windsor already hit a couple, but they've been shooting quite a bit.
Yeah, they have. Both these teams don't really have a huge paint presence. I think we saw Dakota Sanderson score once for Windsor, but for the most part, these guys are really perimeter players. A lot of passing, a lot of shooting, but we might not see a ton of post moves.
So out of the timeout, Hartford will have the ball. After the made basket, they'll be able to run the baseline. Inbounding will be number 21, Shea Bean. He's got a couple points. Lobs it up Nick Clay was on the receiving end of that one, and then he dished it back to Bean, who drives, and he'll be fouled, but it'll be before the shot, so inbounds play there. That foul was on number 23, Hunter Grilla, his first, team's first.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by MJ Harrington, jewelers and designers in Newport, New Hampshire.
Nice inbounds play, but then nobody to pass it to, stolen away by the Yellow Jackets and then stripped away. Nice job by number 14, Alex Bushway, to get his hands in on that fast break and at least slow down the Yellow Jackets and allow the Hurricanes to set up their defense. Nice defense here from the Hurricanes. 3 men on the penetrating ball carrier, and he is fouled. Going to the line now for 2 shots is Grilla. That foul will go on number 21, Shea Bean, his second, and the team's third. First free throw is good, 13-4. Second one no good, rebound to the Hurricanes. They look to try and get something going here. Only a couple baskets so far. Alex Bushway and Shea Bean. 3-point attempt off the mark. Hartford just no luck. They keep trying that from that line. Nice bounce pass inside. What a pass to Slocum.
Yeah, Ryland Richardson, full, like half-court pass, really perfect one. Bounce pass right to Slocum, and he was able to finish.
Hartford, as you said, working that ball around the perimeter. They'll cut, but then they'll quickly back out. That one is off the mark. Number 5, Aiden Brooks shot that one. Didn't connect. Inside 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 1.
If you enjoy YCN's local content, make sure you check out ycnnow.com to view and share these videos anytime you want. Also, give us a like on Facebook.
Tough break there by Richardson. In and out on that one, and then stolen away, almost stolen away. They will say Hartford has possession, but then tied up by the Yellow Jackets, number 22, Dakota Sanderson. Nice job there, staying alert. And creating the turnover as the possession arrow points to the Yellow Jackets.
Both these teams having slow starts to the season. Hartford 0-6, Windsor 2-4. Hartford playing in Division II compared to Windsor's Division III. Both of these teams would like to start off the new year with a win.
Windsor stolen away by the Hurricanes, and on the break, nice no-look bounce pass, and the basket, number 24, that's Cameron Eldridge.
Yeah, nice pass by Alex Bushway. Really good assist there.
Tied up in the paint, 4 blue jerseys, and they couldn't steal the ball. They end up fouling the shooter, and that will be 2 shots for Richardson. Foul goes on number 24.
Nice job by Ryland there, fighting through the contact. Really went up with 3 guys in his face. Able to go to the line, he'll shoot 2.
So Cameron Eldridge picks up his first, team's 4th. Free throw, no good.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is LaValle and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion.
Second free throw is good. Richardson has 4, and the lead is 10, 16-6 as we approach 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Hartford looking maybe a little unsure of themselves right now. A young team. Someone needs to step up and hit some shots here.
Yeah, they are a little timid right now, but they're just trying to get open, and like you said, working around the perimeter. They do a nice job of getting open, just have not hit any of the shots, and that one, good fortune there for the Hurricanes as it's tipped away by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be Hurricane basketball underneath their own hoop, trying to cut into this 10-point deficit. Inbounds pass is stolen away, and going on the fast break, no good. Then the offensive rebound tipped away. It'll go back to the Hurricanes. Good defense on the fast break there from Hartford. They'll look to put something in on this trip. Bushway, Eldridge, and Bean with the 3 field goals for the Hurricanes.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, serving brick oven pizza and much more.
Nice cutting and kicking out, and this time the Hurricanes will draw the foul. 2:11 to play in the first quarter. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by La Valley Building Supply and Middleton Building Supply.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide. 2:11 to play here with the foul going against number 11, Robert Slocum. His first, team's second. And a little miscommunication there. 2 Hurricane players were in the vicinity, but neither of them went for the ball.
Yeah, a little miscommunication maybe. Hartford, they're doing a good job off-ball movement, getting open like you said. But it just kind of seems like no one wants to step up and really, no one's really sure of themselves.
3-point attempt there. That's one guy who's sure of himself,
Yeah.
Robert Slocum. He is on fire with 12 points. That lead has ballooned to 13.
Nice shot by Slocum, really feeling it early on. Really, if the team wasn't so good these last couple of years, he probably would have been more of a starter.
Offensive rebound, and then fires it up, number 5, Aiden Brooks from the corner. 2 corner threes, they were open, they just didn't go down, so they're getting the looks, they just need to start connecting. Step inside the 3-point line, misfired, and the Hurricanes with the rebound. Good pressure D from the Yellow Jackets, but Hartford resets. Nice up fake and the drive. Tried using the window there, and Brooks can't get it to fall. 3-pointer again, just long, and we all held our breath. We thought Slocum would have hit his third three there, but didn't go down. .40 seconds to play. Hartford trailing 19-6. 3-point attempt is long, and the Yellow Jackets get the rebound. 30 seconds to play. They're not going to waste any time. Nice little drive and the kick out. Baseline jumper, no good. Up ahead on the fast break, no good from Bushway. Now the Yellow Jackets will go the other way. Turned over a little out of control. They're going to call the foul, though, on the Hurricanes.
Next week, the YCN Game of the Week will be traveling to Ware, New Hampshire, as the undefeated Lady Generals of John Stark host the undefeated Raiders of Lebanon.
The foul on Cameron Eldridge, his second, team's 5th, and now 5 seconds to play. Yellow Jackets, obviously, they'll hold for this final shot, see if they can get it off. Guarded nicely, but then Slocum does just get it off at the buzzer. It's a little long, and that's the way the quarter ends. It's all Yellow Jackets here from Windsor, 19-6 after 1. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by A.H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists for the most complete line of energy products, and enjoy a level of superior customer and on-site service. Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in the community. La Valley and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion in 10 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. My TV, airing every weeknight from 8 to 10 on WYCI. Watch Law & Order Criminal Intent, Chicago PD, Dateline, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. Like Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing healthcare and hospice services in homes and community settings, and enabling people to stay there as long as possible. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. And by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948, committed to crafting the finest quality jewelry for our customers.
Welcome back. YCN Game of the Week. Jeremy Stout, Andrew Zerhide, as we are set to begin quarter number 2. And Andrew, it was all Yellow Jackets in that first quarter. Hartford was getting the shots, just weren't hitting anything.
Yeah, Hartford was getting open, but just no one was really stepping up for them, and both teams trying to play fast, but Windsor taking advantage of that, forcing a ton of turnovers. And guys like Slocum and Richardson knocking down threes. Really good quarter for Windsor. 20 points, or 19 points in that first quarter. That is good for any team, especially Windsor. I want to win this game. I know Hartford is winless, but Windsor, if they can improve in the new year to 3-4, it's pretty good, and I think they win 2 in a row as well.
Yeah, you mentioned Slocum. He hit for 12 of the 19 points in that quarter. 2 threes were the bookends, and he had 3 two-point field goals in between those shots. And over on the Hartford side, it was Alex Bushway, Cameron Eldridge, and Shea Bean with 3 field goals. As we see the Hurricanes missing their first field goal, that was Eldridge again. Yellow Jackets on this banner-raising night. They have certainly done the team from last year proud in that opening quarter, 19 points. Coming out on fire.
I'm sure it's good for last year's championship seniors who are back in this gym watching this game to watch that first quarter. The team appears to be in pretty good hands.
Nice defense by the Hurricanes here. Keeping out the penetration, but finally getting off the three-pointer was number 12, Zachary Tucker, no good, and Hurricanes with a chance here to get on the board in the second quarter. Three-pointer, no good. That one was Nick Clay, misfiring. Oh, turned over there by Slocum, right into the hands of the defender, and then going away, turned it over, was Shea Bean. After getting the turnover, almost looked for the breakaway, but he turned it back over himself, but the ball was tipped away, and it will stay Hartford basketball.
Tune in every Saturday at 9 p.m. for YCN Sports Wrap as we take a look at other local high school sports in our area. And at 9:30, YCN Sports Talk focuses on our region's pro and college teams, featuring the Salt Hill Pub NFL Picks of the Week.
Good idea by Hartford there, but a little too slow, and the defense read the pass. Yellow Jackets taking that one to the hole. Getting fouled was Richardson. He will go to the line, and he's already gone to the line once tonight. He's 1 for 2. He's got 4 points. Foul on number 21. Richardson's first one is good. 21 is Shea Bean. He's already committed 3 fouls. He'll sit down for most likely the remainder of this half. Team's 6th. Hits the front of the rim, bounces off, and no good. So Richardson 2 for 4 from the line. He's got 5 points. Three-point attempt is good, and finally Hartford connects. Daniel Bushway, his first made 3. Trying to answer was Grilla. He doesn't get it. Follows his shot. Rebound up, no good. Hartford looking to run here. Cut into this 11-point deficit. Wide open, nice cross-court pass, and the drive. No good. Rebound, Yellow Jackets.
Number 20 for Windsor, John Cook III. He's had a number of nice rebounds over the last few minutes.
It does look like, at least on defense right now, the Yellow Jackets are getting defended a little better. Hurricanes coming up with a steal there, but the Hurricanes just haven't turned the offensive keys on. Little bounce pass and shot no good. Offensive rebound no good. It's tipped away and it will stay with the Hurricanes.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please.
Well, the Hurricanes outscoring the Yellow Jackets 3-1 in this second quarter, cutting into that 13-point deficit. It's down to 11 with the basketball. Out of the single digits here with a made hoop. Moving the ball. They are trying to move, trying to cut. Give them credit. They're keeping active.
Oh.
Nice and one. Number 4, Daniel Bushway. Nice dribble drive. Draws the foul. He'll go to the free throw line. He scored all 5 Hurricane points this quarter.
Nice job by Dan. Exactly what Hartford needed. 5 points coming out in this quarter. Hitting a 3 and then that one and 1. And really he scored that with 3 men right in his face. They need him to score points if they want to come back in this one.
Rylan Richardson picks up the foul. It's his first, team's third, and the free throw no good. Almost fumbled away, but Yellow Jackets get it, and then they do throw it away.
Yeah, Windsor, I think they want to push the tempo a little too much now. Hartford kind of getting used to that. Windsor tries, they just need to slow it down. They have control right now, up by 9.
Yeah, that first
possession and just slow it down.
Yeah, that first quarter, they were really moving the ball, and we'll have a foul here. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist.
Welcome back. 4:27 left here before halftime. That foul before the break was going against the Yellow Jackets, number 23, Hunter Grilla, his second, team's 4th. And nice basket there.
That was Cole Jasmine. Very quick. Sort of almost a layup by him. Short jump shot.
And now Hurricanes looking to break. That one's blocked on the fast break. Nice defensive effort there. But then stolen away after the turnover. It's a little back and forth here, but we find ourselves with a 7-point game, and the Hurricanes with the ball. Got it to 4 points with a 3. Nice drive there. Beautiful little floater, number 4, Daniel Bushway. He's got 7 all in this quarter.
I believe that's a 9-1 run by Hartford right now.
And really opened up this quarter. Yellow Jackets have yet to make a field goal. 1 point was the free throw from Richardson. Foul stops play there, and that'll be the bonus now for the Yellow Jackets. That foul is on 0-0. Cole Jasmine, his first, and as I mentioned, the bonus, that's the 7th team foul. So Dakota Sanderson shooting 1 and 1, misses his front end, and Jasmine gets the rebound. Almost stolen away, but good heads-up play to recover from Nick Clay. Back to a 5-point game. 3-point attempt, hits the front iron, no good, and I think we'll get an over-the-back foul call against Cole Jasmine. That's going to be his second.
If you would like your local event televised into YCN's nearly 300,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
So going to the line to shoot 1 and 1, Caleb Meager. Looking to get back on track on the Yellow Jackets. Only 1 point so far, and they continue with the 1 point. A nice rebound from Jasmine, or excuse me, that was Nick Clay. And he was immediately fouled by number 11, Robert Slocum, his second, team's 5th. So it's been all Hurricanes here in quarter number 2. One He had outscored the host Yellow Jackets. Nice cut there. Beautiful cut from Nick Clay. Got the 2 points, and it's a 3-point game. Timeout on the floor, 2:52 to play. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
2:52 to play, and Windsor struggling here. Hartford doing some damage in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice pass by Daniel Bushway. An even better cut there by Nick Clay. Found the lane, and Bushway had his eyes up, made the pass. Nice move by Clay, getting the points. Hartford cutting his lead to 3 now. They are right back in this one.
Yeah, outscoring them by 10, 11-1. Played over 5 minutes of basketball. The Yellow Jackets have yet to make a field goal in this quarter. Firing up the 3, no good, is Richardson, and here come the Hurricanes with a chance to tie. Everything's been working for the Hurricanes this quarter. The 3 ball has fallen, a couple drives. They've gotten to the free throw line. And that's going to be dead ball foul. It'll be Hartford will keep the ball. That is against number 15, Rylan Richardson. His second, team 6th. So now both teams in the bonus. Next foul against the Yellow Jackets, which we might have right here. Nope, that's going to be offensive, and Cole Jasmine picks up his 3rd.
Now premiering every Saturday night at 6 p.m. is Yankee Chronicle, the who, what, and where show of Northern New England on WYCI and WYCU.
Yellow Jackets still looking for that first field goal. Nice cut there, but nothing available, so they'll kick it back out and go for 3. Number 22 misfires Dakota Sanderson. Hurricanes with a chance for the tie. They continue to move that ball around the perimeter. They'll take those cuts every now and then. If they don't get it, they kick it back out. Good motion here from Hartford. Nice cut, and the kick out. Oh, he wanted to take that one. That was Cameron Eldridge. Thought he was going to take that. He pulled off.
That's a foul against Rylan Richardson. I think Cameron Eldridge from Hartford was setting a pick. And he set it so well that Richardson just slammed into him. But I don't think Richardson, I think his momentum was just stopped by the pick, and that caused Eldridge to fall over. The ref blew the whistle.
Bouncing around and bouncing out, no good. That was Richardson's 3rd foul. Nice fast break there. Nice move, number 10, Daniel Cardillo with the basket. The first made field goal. It took him 5.5 minutes. 6.5 minutes, excuse me. And the floater, no good. Offensive rebound blocked. Bushway wanted the foul call there.
Yeah, I think he might have got hit in the head a little bit by Sanderson.
Launching the deep 3, no good. And the Hurricanes, once again, trying to get off 17. They've been stuck on 17 for a while. It was a 3-point game. Now it's 5 points. Inside a minute to play. 3-pointer is good. Number 14, Alex Bushway. He's got 5, and it's a 2-point game.
A shot by Alex. What a quarter for the Hurricanes. And I felt like that first quarter, Windsor had so much momentum, but they have come back in this one.
Couple nice cuts, but Hartford playing some great D as that one's tipped away. And then alertly boxing out the defender is Zachary Tucker.
Yeah.
Good move. He gets the ball stolen, doesn't panic. He just boxes out the defender. Yellow Jacket basketball inside 30 seconds. They may be content to hold for the final shot. After the way this quarter has gone, only 1 field goal, only 3 points in this quarter. just get out of this half and get to the locker room with the lead. And not a good foul there by number 14, Alex Bushway. It's his second, and that's now 2 free throws. After you had played nice defense for the last 20 seconds, and then fouling with only 3.5 seconds to play in the half. Not smart. You put Zachary Tucker to the free throw line to shoot 2. And he'll use the backboard there, and with his first basket in, 23-20, now a 3-point lead, and Hartford love to get one more basket here in the last 3.5 seconds. After so much good basketball Hartford played in that first part of the second quarter, they've kind of slowed down. Second one is no good. I'm not sure they'll have enough time to get a shot off. Pass up the court. And that will do it for the first half. So after a high-scoring first quarter for the Yellow Jackets, they only managed 4 in quarter number 2, but they still lead the Hurricanes at the half, 23-20. Take a break, come back with some statistics and highlights on the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Harris Family Furniture in Plymouth, Laconia, and Chichester.
Welcome back. Halftime here in Windsor, where the score is Yellow Jackets 23, Hurricanes 20. And Andrew, after a big first quarter from Windsor, they kind of slowed down, and the Hurricanes came back, making it only a 3-point game at the half.
Yeah, Windsor really let up in that second quarter, and Hartford turned it on. The Yellow Jackets had a great first quarter, scoring 19 points, but then only 4 in that second quarter, while it was really the opposite for the Hurricanes. And for Hartford, Daniel Bushway has 7 points, and I think it's his brother Alex Bushway has 5. Both of those sophomores doing okay, leading their team back. And for Windsor, it's been really Robert Slocum. He has 12 points. He's leading all scorers. And Ryland Richardson has 5. But really, Slocum and Richardson in that second quarter were almost non-factors.
Yeah, Daniel Cardillo, the only field goal of the second quarter for the Yellow Jackets. So if you are the Yellow Jackets, you go into the locker room, you know you're up 3, you got home court behind you, home fans behind you. What do you have to do to get into this roll and start the second half?
Yeah, so I think if Hartford plays the way they did in that second quarter, Windsor has to realize they can't run the court as much. They can't be so fast in transition. When they force a steal or get a rebound, they need to slow things down, set up some plays. You know, hopefully Hartford and their defense, maybe they have some holes and Windsor can expose that. Obviously, if you're the Yellow Jackets, you've got to shoot the ball better than they did in that second quarter, because that was rough. You know, I don't think they had any three-pointers, just that one field goal, like you said. I think if Windsor just calms things down, they set up some plays, I think their star guys like Slocum and Richardson, they could lead them to the win.
And for Hartford, obviously, we knew it was only a matter of time before some of those shots would start falling. They were shooting a ton, they were getting open looks. They started falling, as you mentioned, with Bushway, Daniel Bushway, with the 7. They just got to keep getting open looks, and they'll keep it going.
Yeah, they got to try to ride that momentum that they had in that second quarter, and Daniel Bushway in that span, he scored like 5 points in like a 30-second span. They need him to lead the way. They need some of their players to step up because they looked a little unsure of themselves in that first half. If they can just get some confidence going, I think they can be okay.
All right, we've got a good one here in Windsor where the Yellow Jackets lead the Hurricanes 23-20. Take a break, come right back with the second half on the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by AHR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists for the most complete line of energy products, and enjoy a level of superior customer and on-site service. Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in the community. La Valley and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion in 10 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. MyTV, airing every weeknight from 8 to 10 on WYCI. Watch Law & Order Criminal Intent, Chicago PD, Dateline, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. Like Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing healthcare and hospice services in homes and community settings, and enabling people to stay there as long as possible. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. And by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948, committed to crafting the finest quality jewelry for our customers.
Welcome back. Second half action about to begin. 23-20, Windsor over Hartford. And as we talked about at the opening, the Hartford Hurricanes, Division 2, dropping down to play a Division 3 rivalry matchup, and it's been a good one as the Hurricanes grab the rebound, look to get on the board first, and the wide open pass. Nice look, but Jasmine couldn't get it to fall. Just rolled around the rim. So Windsor will try and set it up here. Nice kick out to the three ball, no good. Nice rebound there from Jasmine. So out of the locker room, a couple missed shots. Good ball movement there from the Hurricanes. Three-pointer, no good, and that rebound goes to the Yellow Jackets. Cardillo. We played a minute here in this quarter. No baskets. Still sit at 23-20.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs and check for all of our airtimes by clicking on schedules at ycnnow.com.
Three-point attempt in and out from Slocum. He leads all scorers. As we mentioned, he's got 12. Saves that one from going out of bounds. Wide open in the corner is Daniel Bushway. He finally gets the ball, and then three-pointer no good off a couple players, and it'll go to the Yellow Jackets. So after a high-scoring first quarter for Windsor, 19 points. They've only scored 4 points in that second quarter. Now over a minute and a half into this one. Give credit to the Hartford defense, really figuring this team out. Like you said, they figured out that Windsor can't run, and now going back inside, Windsor struggling a little bit.
Hartford has had good defensive help in the paint to start off this third quarter.
That one's tipped away. That'll stay with the Hurricanes.
YCN is now affiliated with the Heroes and Icons Network on WYCI and WYCU. Watch the day shift weekdays from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. for Nash Bridges, House, Jag, Monk, and Numbers. And WYCX Outside Television, America's active adventure lifestyle leader.
Nice baseline drive, but then didn't really have much to do with that one. That was 21, Shea Bean, and then coming the other way with a lefty, and then the offensive rebound and the putback, number 22, Dakota Sanderson. His first field goal since the first quarter.
That was a nice take by Grella there, but even better rebound and putback by Sanderson.
Nice drive and kick out, plenty of time, but the three-pointer is no good from Bushway, and that foul will go against, I believe, 34, Nick Clay, which should be his first, and that is correct, and the team's first.
Hey, local sports fans, 94.5 ESPN's Brett Franklin Sports Talk Show can be seen on YCN's WYCX Outside Television at midnight every weekday.
Three-point attempt, and that one goes down for Slocum. After a scoreless second quarter, he's back in the action, and the Yellow Jackets back to an 8-point lead. 5 minutes to play in this one. 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, I should say. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Cardillo.
It's rebound by Cardillo going up against Jasmine. Bit of a mismatch, but Cardillo got it done.
Slocum, no good. The offensive rebound, no good. And it's going to be a loose ball foul. Looks like an injured Hurricane player. That is number 14, Alex Bushway. That foul will go on Hunter Grilla, his third, team's first of the second half. And it looks looks like Alex Bushway is going to stay in. We're still walking gingerly on that knee. He looks like he may be injured. Double teaming Bushway. And that one's tipped. It'll stay with the Hurricanes.
The YCN scoreboard sponsor is La Valley Inn Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction concept to completion.
Hurricane basketball, they trail by 8. 4:25 to play in the third quarter. Stolen away. That one is Richardson. He goes the other way. 2-on-1 and the breakaway hoop. Hunter Grilla.
Nice job by Hunter there, running the floor, and Richardson with his eyes up did a perfect assist.
Grella with a 10-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. That basket puts them back up by 10, and the Hurricanes want a timeout. 4:04 to play in the third quarter. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Lake Sunapee Visiting Nurse Association and Hospice.
Welcome back. 10-point game here in Windsor, where the Yellow Jackets have opened up what was only a 3-point lead, and now 10-point lead, 30-20. It has been a very competitive game. After what was a high-scoring quarter for the Yellow Jackets, they led 19-6 at the end of one. Hurricanes coming all the way back, trailing by only 3 at the break. Nice cut there, and then the kick out. Nice shot, number 34, Nick Clay. He's got 4. It's an 8-point game. And going down the other way, Grilla. He's fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. He's 1 for 2 so far tonight, and that foul was against number 21, Shea Bean. That is his 4th, team's 2nd.
This game is being brought to you in part by the Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing independence for patients and peace of mind for families.
First free throw is good. Grilla has 4 points. He's 2 for 3 from the line, plus a field goal. Make him 3 for 4. And the lead back to 10. Halfway through quarter number 3. Going up with it, but staying straight up and down is Grilla, and that's a nice defensive play, leading to the other end, and then another nice defensive play from Dylan Morse. And we've got an injured player. Timeout on the floor for the injury. We'll step aside.
This YCN segment is brought to you by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948.
After the injury timeout, looked like it was number 15, Ryland Richardson, who did walk off on his own power. Sit down, not sure if we'll see him again tonight, but did walk off, so that's a good sign. 3:41 to play, and now Hurricanes, well, a little comeback to do. They've been in this position all night, trailing from the jump, but we know they can make some shots and cut into this lead, especially with the defense they played in that second quarter. 3-point attempt, a little long. Number 5, Aiden Brooks, misfiring there.
Looked like Windsor was maybe playing a bit of a zone there on defense, which is going to force Hartford to take long shots.
Nice defensive effort there by the Hurricanes, coming away with the steal. Wide open at the top of the key. Cole Jasmine, just a little strong off the back iron. Hurricanes have had their chances, that's for sure. Looks like that first quarter, though, when their shots were not falling. They've only made 1 field goal. That was Nick Clay. 16-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, and then Yellow Jackets will reset. 3-point attempt there is no good, and saved off a couple players. Nice alert save from Cook, and then off the Hurricane defender.
Yeah, nice job by Cook, and during that play, he Shot a jump shot, missed it, got his own rebound, and the effort there, Windsor gets another shot at points. Nice job by him.
So Windsor keeping the basketball. Hartford playing some nice defense. Not allowing the Yellow Jackets to penetrate. And when they do, they have to kick it back out. So good, strong defense. 2 minutes to play, quarter number 3, 10-point lead. Windsor content to swing the ball around, and they don't need to rush a shot.
Oh.
Cut there. Wow, they got lucky. That should have been intercepted on that pass. Little jumper from number 11, Robert Slocum. He's got 17. He's got 5 in the second half, and lead is up to 12. 90 seconds to play in quarter number 3. 3-point attempt is long, but a good offensive rebound. They'll try it again. This one in and out. Both those shots were Dylan Morse. He had a good angle, had a good look, just couldn't connect.
Yeah, I think Windsor's okay with giving those shots, those long shots to Hartford. Those lower percentage shots. The Hurricanes need to knock those down if they want to come back again.
60 seconds to play. Three-pointer is launched, no good. Morse gets the rebound, and the Hurricanes can break.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Mascoma Savings Bank, mutually owned with no shareholders to please.
Three-pointer no good, but a nice offensive rebound, and then finally Jasmine gets the putback. He doesn't get it to go. Another offensive rebound, this one from Brooks, and then back inside to Morse. His floater's no good, and the Hurricanes, a lot like that first quarter, they're getting the shots, not getting them to fall, and then the breakaway down the other end. Hunter Grella, he'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
Nice defensive effort by the Yellow Jackets there, denying a number of opportunities from the Hurricanes. Windsor still, their pace of play is still very fast, running the floor a lot, but they've been more successful here in the third quarter.
Grella makes his first. He has 5 points in the third quarter alone, 6 overall.
Today's telecast is being brought to you in part by MJ Harrington, jewelers and designers in Newport, New Hampshire.
Grella hits both free throws. Lead to 14, the largest lead of the contest. It was a 13-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Turnaround jumper, no good, and then the rebound to the Yellow Jackets inside 10 seconds. Nice bounce pass, but tipped away at the last minute by Nick Porter. So with 6 seconds to go, Windsor will draw up an out-of-bounds play here and see if they can get it in underneath their own hoop. Hand off, the three-pointer from Slocum is no good. Rebounded by the Hurricanes. They don't have enough time to get the shot off. So it's all Hurricanes, it's all Yellow Jackets in quarter number 3, extending that lead to 14, 36-22 after 3 here in Windsor. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Mount Sunapee Resort. Fun for all seasons.
The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by A.H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialists for the most complete line of energy products, and enjoy a level of superior customer and on-site service. Mascoma Savings Bank. With no shareholders to please, they are committed to remaining independent and to reinvesting profits in the community. La Valley and Middleton Building Supply. Home improvement and construction from concept to completion in 10 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. My TV, airing every weeknight from 8 to 10 on WYCI. Watch Law & Order Criminal Intent, Chicago PD, Dateline, The Good Wife, and CSI Miami. Bubba's Bar and Grill, offering fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizza, entrees, and award-winning seafood chowder. Lake Sunapee Region VNA and Hospice, providing healthcare and hospice services in homes and community settings, and enabling people to stay there as long as possible. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire. And by MJ Harrington and Company, jewelers and designers since 1948, committed to crafting the finest quality jewelry for our customers.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter underway. Windsor with the 14-point lead after pulling away in that third quarter. Only giving up one field goal to the Hurricanes.
Well, all of these quarters have been very heavy favorite. First quarter was Windsor, second was Hartford, third back to Windsor. We'll see if the Hurricanes can get it going here in the fourth.
And the team to be outscored in the respective quarter. As we see a three-pointer nicely done there from Daniel Bushway. Then down the other end, the reverse lay-in. Grella with another bucket.
Nice pass by Slocum there, finding Grella. Nice cut by Hunter. And more importantly for Windsor, Rylan Richardson is back out there. Good to see. I think he's wearing a sleeve and maybe a knee pad. He's back out there.
Free throw is up and good, so Grella completes the three-point play. Hurricanes really can't afford too many empty possessions if they want to come back from this 14-point deficit.
Windsor playing man-to-man right now on defense.
Dribble drive and the kick out. And they're going to let Jasmine get open because they're going to tempt him to take that shot, dare him and say, if you want to be open on the perimeter and take that, we'll let you. Got to be able to get it in the middle or get it into the hands of one of their shooters. And here we go, number 34, Nick Clay. Three-pointer there.
And a shot by Clay, really a line drive kind of shot, barely any arc.
He didn't really look too confident in that shot. It kind of looked like he didn't know if he was going to shoot it or what, and all of a sudden he fired it up.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor, serving brick oven pizza and much more.
Nice defense again by the Hurricanes. They trail by 11, cut it to a single-digit deficit with a bucket on this trip. Oh, almost a travel there, but then splitting the defenders is number 4, Daniel Bushway. He's got 5 points in this quarter alone. He's got 12 on the night, and it's just like that. It's a 9-point game, 5:56 to play in the quarter. 39-30. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by New London Hospital, an affiliate of Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Welcome back, 5:56 to play, fourth quarter. Hartford trailing by 9. Trying to make this a game as they've put together a couple nice offensive trips. They have 7 points, outscoring Windsor 7-3. See if they can hold the Yellow Jackets again. Nice cut there by the Yellow Jackets. That was number 11, Slocum, but then missed the basket, no good, and the Hurricanes looking to keep their offensive results going after a couple good trips. Want to do that a third time.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Echo Communications. Call them for all of your printing needs and check for all of our air times by clicking on schedules at ycnnow.com.
Nice drive there, but didn't really have anything to do once he got up in the air, just passed it away, and it was stolen. Now you got to wonder if the Yellow Jackets, well, we thought they might take some time off the clock, but they got an open look, and that was number 23, Grella. He'll go back to the free throw line.
This cut by Grella. He's been very active in this game, especially in the second half. Windsor's doing a nice job. A lot of good off-ball movement It's freeing up a lot of guys cutting.
And that's going to do it for Shea Bean. He has fouled out his 5th, and that's the team's 6th showing of the second half. So after this free throw, the next will also be free throws. In the bonus are the Yellow Jackets. Bean ends with 2 points. As Grella hits his free throw. And Grella has really had a good night from the free throw line. Misses that one though, and then Hurricanes will get the ball after the foul. 22 to Dakota Sanderson, his first, team second.
If you would like your local event televised into YCN's nearly 300,000 TV households, contact us at info@ycnnow.com.
Grella, after that 1 for 2 from the line, he sits at 7 for 9 from the free throw line. Plus a couple of field goals. He's got 11. Nice entry pass block, but they get it back, and then putting it back up is number 12, Nick Porter. Back to an 8-point game. Driving in is Slocum, and then the block attempt from Clay. Not sure who they'll call with the foul, and it will be Clay. It'll be his 3rd, team's 7th, and 2 shots here for Slocum. His first trip to the free throw line. Bouncing around, gets the friendly roll. 41-32. Back iron, no good, and rebounded. It'll be tipped and go back to the Hurricanes.
Stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose the team member that had the greatest impact on tonight's contest.
Couple of candidates for the Yellow Jackets right now as we see the 2-point shot fired up. His foot was on the line. That was number 34, Nick Clay. No good. And here come the Yellow Jackets looking to break. They'll pull it back out, swing the ball around. Slocum with a deep 3, no good. Good chance here for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, really, you didn't need a 3 there if you're Windsor. Just trying to add a couple more points. Up by 9.
And also you can use some clock, which was a hurried shot. 3-point attempt, no good. Daniel Bushway, he's got 12. Couldn't get one there, and a nice lay-in from Grella, absorbing the contact in the field goal. Back to an 11-point lead, and he's pretty much on fire in this second half.
Yeah, very good second half. Grella, very active. He's received a lot of nice passing, too, by his teammates.
On the break here, Slocum swatted away, but the foul will go against the Hurricanes. And it's going to be lead called on Daniel Bushway, his first, team's 8th. 2 shots here for Slocum, makes the front end. 44-32. 12 points for Grella in this second half alone, 13 overall. Slocum, he's 3 for 4 from the line. He's got 20 points.
Next week, the YCN Game of the Week will be traveling to Ware, New Hampshire, as the undefeated Lady Generals of John Stark host the undefeated Raiders of Lebanon.
Nice left-handed floater from Alex Bushway. He has 7 points. Back to a 9-point game. Excuse me, 11-point game. Haven't quite gotten it back to single digits after the free throws by Slocum. Now here we're seeing Windsor with 2:30 to play. Use some clock, motion offense.
Exactly what they should be doing. Don't need to force anything. Maybe take an open look if you have it, but just try to get the clock down. You are in control right now.
Hartford playing good defense, but Can't stop the clock as the drive to Slocum, and he'll get fouled and go to the line. 2:09 to play. We'll take a break. You're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Bubba's Bar and Grill on Lake Sunapee in Newberry Harbor.
Welcome back. Robert Slocum at the free throw line. Shooting a pair. His first one is up and good. 46-34. This will be his 6th free throw in the 4th quarter. And he's made 5 of them. Add to his point total. He's got 10 in the second half, 22 overall. Easily the leading scorer. And stolen away at half court by Slocum. He'll go straight to the hole, and he gets his first field goal of this quarter to go along with all those free throws. 49-34, inside 2 minutes to play.
Nice move by Slocum, like you said, leading all scorers.
Brooks with a basket there.
Yeah, nice jump shot by Aiden Brooks.
First one of the night. Yeah. Slocum for 3. Oh, in and out. And then tipped away. It'll go back to the Hurricanes, so it's just about 90 seconds to go, 91 seconds here. 13-point lead. Yellow Jackets all but wrap this one up. Hurricanes gonna get open, and they end up shooting the 3. Nicely done there, number 14, Alex Bushway with the basket. 49-39. Step aside, you're watching the YCN Game of the Week.
This YCN segment is brought to you by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer.
Welcome back. Final minute, 14 seconds here. Yellow Jackets inbounding it. Nice defense by Bushway, Alex Bushway. Going to come up with a steal, couldn't quite do it. Will remain Yellow Jacket basketball. We got a timeout on the floor, 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 49-39, 1:02 to play, and Andrew, it's been an exciting game.
Yeah.
It just hasn't really been that one quarter where it was back and forth. As you mentioned earlier, it's been either one team or the other team each quarter.
Right, in that first quarter, Windsor came out so strong, scored 19 points, but then only 4 in the second quarter. And Hartford, that's really when they turned it on and got right back in this game. Then in the third quarter, it was right back in Windsor's favor. Built a big lead and just held on to it. Done a nice job, up by 10 right now. And the Hurricanes, they never gave up, 10 points. It's not like they're getting crushed. They played okay here in the second half, but they did fall behind pretty early in that third quarter and just haven't been able to come back.
Yeah, they ended that third quarter down 14, so to make a little bit of a run, not a huge run, but made a dent in the deficit. It's only 10 points now. Tipped away, it'll stay Windsor basketball, and a couple fans right there in the front row.
Yeah, I think the deflection of that ball hit maybe one of those kids in the head, but he's all right, he's laughing it off.
Front row seats, you gotta expect it.
Right.
That foul is going to go against number 34. Nick Clay, that's his 4th. And that'll be the 10th on the Hurricanes. So 2 at the line, number 12, Zachary Tucker. First one no good. He's 1 for 3 from the line. Second one is no good. So we got our final minute here. 49-39, Hartford. Maybe hit a 3 here, at least put some pressure on the Yellow Jackets. The old 15-foot jumper, no good. Aiden Brooks, and believe. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Nice defense being played by the Hurricanes, but Yellow Jackets keep control of it. 30 seconds to play, and that one will be against Alex Bushway, his third, and at the free throw line for a pair will be Slocum, trying to add to his game-leading total. And he gets the first one to go. He's got 8 points in the quarter, 25 overall. And that one's good. 51-39 lead. Hurricanes, and that's going to be a travel. Just mishandling the pass is Cole Jasmine, and that will be a turnover. I would imagine that's going to do it with only 24 seconds to go now, a 12-point game. So imagine they'll dribble this one out if they can. That one's tipped away. But then last touch by a Windsor player. So it'll go back to the Hurricanes. They've got a chance to make it a single-digit game. They can get a basket.
Hartford's defense really playing intense right now. Very aggressive.
Three-pointer just off the mark. 11.5 seconds to go. See what Hartford calls for here. Down 12. I mean, game's over here. Still playing aggressive. I mean, I understand it's a young team. You want them to play hard, but at this stage in the game, just call them off, and they finally will do that. So that's going to do it. And the Yellow Jackets are going to get the win. Hard-fought contest from both squads. The Yellow Jackets come away with the 51-39 win. And Andrew, I guess it's time for our player of the game.
Yeah, let's talk about our HR Clough Kearsarge Heating turning up the heat player of the game. And that one is easily going to go to Windsor senior number 11, Robert Slocum. He finished with 26 points, easily led all scorers, had a really good night. Came out in that first quarter, hit a couple of threes, shot the ball well, passed the ball well. Really just a complete effort by him. I think the team as a whole would have liked to play better in that second quarter, but really, Slocum was the leader, 26 points. No one really even came close to challenging him for the leading scorer.
Yeah, the second leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets, Hunter Grella, he had 13 points. And over on the Hurricanes side, leading the way, Daniel Bushway with 12, Alex Bushway with 10, and Nick Clay with 7. So, exciting game, back and forth a little bit. Second half, obviously, the Yellow Jackets pulled away, and they finished with a big win, 51-39. A good win, especially in front of their home crowd.
Yeah, really the second and third quarters were the ones that really mattered the most, I think. In that second quarter, Hartford came back, and it looked like this was going to be a close game. But in that third quarter, coming out of the break, Windsor really turned it on and built a lead that they hung on to. It's a great win for them, especially celebrating last year's state championship in front of last year's seniors.
So the Yellow Jackets improved to 3-4. The Hurricanes fall to 0-7. Next week, we will be in Ware, New Hampshire for John Stark Lady Generals and the Lebanon Lady Raiders. We'll be able to see the Raiders. We've seen them once this year. That should be a great matchup, so tune in next week for that game. For Andrew Zerhide, I'm Jeremy Stout. Thanks for watching the YCN Game of the Week.